Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how your success makes other people ashamed of themselves. So, have you ever been in a situation where like all the people around you are struggling and they know you're doing well and they refuse to ask you for help? Like sometimes you wish it's because they're ignorant and they can't tell you're successful, so you really want to tell, hey, I'm successful, just ask me what to do and I'll help you level up, right? Like, you ever experience that? I've experienced that so many times that sometimes it almost feels like I'm a ghost in society. Like, you ever watch like that movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze where he's like kind of there but not really? That's how I sometimes feel like in my real life, where it's like, oh my goodness, I have all these things to share, and listen, I can level up, the whole group. You just got to ask me what to do, and we'll go ahead and do it, right? And this is why I make YouTube videos, because so many people, I don't even have one single person in my real life who I can share experiences with doing velocity banking. Like, hey, here are my results. Like, I paid off 25% of my mortgage in a year. Isn't that crazy? And because even though I've told all of them, again, one part of your heart wants to think, oh, it's because they just don't understand or they're not listening. So I gotta just tell them more, right? Like, I gotta reach out to them. But the truth is that they know exactly what you've done and they know that you're successful, right? But your success makes other people you ashamed of themselves, which is why they'll never reach out to you. And the root cause of this is actually the social conditioning that most people have received in their schooling years, right? So you ever notice that school is a forced competition among the people that you grow up with, and most people cannot like see through the programming of the school system, which is by the time you've graduated high school, every single person that you've grown up with is essentially a competitor to you because they're competition for you to getting to the best colleges or whatever. And this is why most people, once they graduate high school, and I see this over and over again, don't speak to anybody that they know. They're just like, I don't speak to anybody that I know, when those are the people that you met in the prime years of your life. And so when I go back home to the people that I know, I mean, we have some good laughs, but they're never going to listen to me. They're never going to listen to me. And that's because your success makes other people ashamed. And there's an article right here called The Unspoken Side of Success: Losing Friends and Shifting Circles by Eunice Chan, published last year. So again, people go through this over and over again, and this is from a website called Women on Top with an extra p.com, right? And I haven't read through the entire thing, but this kind of story is as old as time, where the people that you can help them, but you can't really help them. It's like they know you're successful and you want to just kind of like keep bragging and saying, "Hey, I did this X, Y, and Z. Why don't we do this together?" But your success just kind of makes them, it makes them almost kind of want to ignore you, right? And I've been in situations where I've seen people about to fail, completely fail, fall on their flat on their face of what they're trying to do, and then I have to kind of swoop in behind the scenes and save them, and they know I saved them. Like, I didn't even mention it, but they know because I'm like the only one who knows what was supposed to be done. Instead of thanking me, I actually had one guy tell me that, like, I'm ashamed that I couldn't do the work by myself. I'm like, it's so screwed up. Like, here's the thing. There's a Robert Kiyosaki quote where it's like, school is the only, like, in school, if you collaborate with other people, it's cheating, but in real life, it's like, being in a team, right? And so many people, they can't unwind that programming that they receive from school with just learning how to work with others and utilizing other members of your team, right? It's like so many people can't do that. They feel like they have to do everything themselves. And so I'm always a little bit heartbroken that like, this is always in the back of my mind, that there's always a jealousy component of to success, and the more successful you become, the more you'll almost alienate other people, right? And this could be founded in many places, right? So this will be found with people who are older than you. Like, you wouldn't expect that with people older than you, but I don't know if you ever read the book, The 48 Laws of Power. Like, it's rule number one: don't outshine the master, right? and then so you get backlash from doing too well, then like even better than your teachers or maybe your parents. It could also be found in the reverse situation. So I don't know if you ever watched like Rocky Five. So this is like Rocky Five, and it was considered to be the worst Rocky movie ever, and I'll tell you why. Because it's about Rocky ending up as kind of like a failure because he mentors a young man named Tommy, and Tommy becomes a success, and then Tommy becomes jealous of Rocky and betrays Rocky. Like it's really kind of depressing, and he almost I think he loses everything at the end of the movie, and they didn't make a Rocky movie for quite a long time until so this was made in 1990. They didn't make it until 2006. So it's crazy. And so like if I type in here why did Tommy betray Rocky in Rocky 5? I'm asking ChatGPT. What does ChatGPT say? So in the movie Rocky 5, Tommy Gunn's betrayal of Rocky Balboa stems from a combination of factors, primarily his desire for fame and recognition as a boxer. Tommy, a talented young fighter, feels neglected and overshadowed by Rocky's fame and mentorship, right? Like, dude, Rocky's trying to help you be the best and you betray him. Like it's in order to succeed in to society, it's you have to be a very strong person spiritually. That's why and other people have always said this too, that wealth is kind of like a spiritual battle. Poverty is a spiritual battle. If you're poor, there's a very spiritual component to it because there's I don't want to say like demon like behavior. I can't think of another word, but there's behavior that makes no sense that you think that the people that you would be rooting for when you're successful will not be rooting for you and many times will sabotage you for that success, right? So you got to be careful of that. And this is why I talk about like personal development, leadership, knowing like how to overcome your emotional hangups and knowing the pitfalls when dealing with other people and knowing how to kind of like gracefully handle them, right? Like I learned from a lot of these things. And it's almost kind of like a manual of what not to do too, because I really wish that everybody I knew outshined me because I would be like, oh my goodness, there's so much from other people that I can learn from, and I would love to like have everybody outshine me and learn so much from them. That would be the most amazing thing ever, right? But unfortunately, we live in a world where you succeed or even help others to success, and they will almost like I don't want to say 99% of the time, 9% of the time kind of like betray you or get jealous or act like whatever amazing thing you did didn't happen. Happens all the time. All right, well, this is Korean Lanta Mentorship. If you're interested in joining a group, go ahead and click the Google Form link below. Just be aware that going forward, I actually have a paywall now of if you want to introduce yourself to me and learn to join the group. So I made the paywall $100, and the reason I did that is because I'm going to be quite busy going forward, and so I only want people who definitely want to learn about real estate investing and financial literacy, right? And there's a saying: if people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Okay, so going forward, there's a paywall of $100. So if you're interested in joining this group, go ahead and click the Google Form link below, and there's a Stripe link in that Google form. So if you submit the form and you don't pay the $100, I'm not going to respond to you. Okay. All right. Well, this is Crane Atlanta Mentorship. Have a great day, and we'll speak next time.